Araujo now inviting Balde forward, and the run was slightly mistimed by the youngster. Offside.
Yeah, I think it was clear there. He'd just gone a split second too early. He was looking at the player, calling for the ball, as opposed to looking across that defensive line to make sure that he keeps himself in an onside position.
Xavi didn't like that long ball from Araujo to Balde, and he's clearly talking to the one centre back.
I don't think Xavi would like the fact that Balde wasn't looking across the line either, because it was on. The long ball was on. Balde should have been looking across to and make sure he keeps himself in the onside position.
Boyer took it down well. Eric made the challenge. Now Pedri. His pass flying just beyond Dembele. Well, Balde is one of 14 Barcelona players who have received an international call-up. He has been called up to the Spain under-21 squad for their upcoming friendlies against Romania and Norway. And there are 6 Barcelona players called up into the Spanish senior squad by Luis Enrique. They are Eric, Garcia, Alba, Busquets, Gavi, Pedri and Ferran. And Terry, like every international manager, there seems to be so much scrutiny and speculation and questions about absentees every time a squad is announced.
Exactly, and Luis Enrique is such a big pool of players to choose from. He's never going to be able to please everybody, but there are some obvious players that people will pay attention to who are not in the squad.
Palacios with the challenge on Memphis, who has it back now. Will Eli Belton, a lifted pass asking a little too much of Tete Morente. Tete Morente, who scored one and made one here last season in the 3-2 defeat. Elche came from 2 goals down, were level at 2-2 until Nico's late winner for Barcelona. A game play whose radar this time wasn't quite tuned in with those around him.
They're certainly getting the numbers round Lewandowski. Memphis Depay is willing to play in that more of an inside forward position to allow the space for Balde, which I presume is what Lewandowski was assuming would be the case there, that Balde was making that run into that attacking left wing position from the full-back role. Kessié is getting himself into the penalty box. They're winning the ball back quickly. They're doing all the right things to break down Elche, but Elche at the moment are standing firm.
And now Tete Morente trying to win it from Balde. Support from Boyer, who shows good support from Boyer, who shows now some strength, and a foul on Balde. Barcelona's free kick, and Balde was looking to take it quickly. Boyer alert to that and preventing Xavi's side from doing so. Kessié made the run to stretch the game, and now a space for Robert Lewandowski, who's been brought down by Verdu, and it is a straight red card. No attempt to play the ball. Lewandowski was through on goal, and Terry, the referee, had no doubt.
Well, I think the Elche players are complaining that they believe a teammate was going to be able to get across and cover that run from Lewandowski, but it was just a degree of panic from Gonzalo Verdu. Great movement again from Lewandowski. Lovely pass from Frenkie de Jong. 2 players at the top of their game, meeting up there and just working off each other. And there's no doubt it's a foul. And it's clear, professional foul from Gonzalo Verdu. It's almost a rugby tackle. We need to see the various angles to see if a defensive teammate was close enough to maybe get to Lewandowski. Actually, on the first look I saw, don't think there was. We're talking Lewandowski getting away from goal, getting away from the defender, bearing down on goal, down the centre of the pitch. And if this decision stands, I believe it will, then it's going to make life incredibly difficult for Elche, as if it wasn't already.
And we've seen numerous defensive errors already this season from Elche. Those away at Betis really spring to mind. Those last weekend against Athletic as well. And early on, in one of the toughest games of the season, they have shot themselves in the foot here. Gonzalo Verdú, first appearance of the season, sent off inside the opening 15 minutes, and Carlos, a real pickle now for Francisco.
Indeed, Francisco got really mad remembering that possible red card from Kessié against Boyer. He remembered the fourth referee. This one is a red card and that one wasn't. But Gonzalo Verdú abandoning the pitch, clearly sad. And Xavi using the time to talk with Bede and Eric Garcia.
And in the meantime, Barcelona line up the set piece. It is a very long way from goal. 4 in the wall. Memphis delicate over the top, just ahead of Lewandowski. The idea, Terry, was nice.
Yes, it was. And you considered, briefly mentioned the possibility of trying that. And Memphis is always courageous in trying something different. That was very difficult, though. Once it hits the ground, it's going to spin towards any goalkeeper that's going to be sharp and aware that that might have happened from Barcelona. Well, the back five has become a back four already, Tim, for obvious reasons.
Well, it didn't last long, did it? The numbers in the back, so I guess something like a 4-4-1 now for the visitors, who can try and counter now with Raúl Guti up against Frenkie de Jong and crowded out in numbers. Memphis Depay back defensively, and now Pedri looking up and sliding it to the feet of Dembélé. He turns, crosses the halfway line, carries the ball forward, has support but may not need it, and then Dembélé just about finding the pass towards Lewandowski, and Elche can clear.
My goodness, the change of pace. He was already running at some speed and then changed pace, went up another gear and just left the defenders trailing behind him.
A lovely flick from Memphis, which the crowd here enjoyed. And now Fidel taking the ball from Lewandowski, no less, holding off the challenge of Eric, and eventually, I think, Carlos, he's won a free kick for Elche, and he's also in pain.
Yes, we see Fidel on the ground of Camp Nou, the referee talking to Pedri, and clearly we see that line of 4 that Terry was mentioning, O'Donnell and Biga, the centre-back couple at this moment. No Elche player warming up. In case of anything happening, I will be telling you, Tim.
And we can see that Fidel has taken the captain's armband after that red card for Verdú. Fidel, who scored at home to Barcelona last season. A goal that gave Francisco's team the lead at the Martínez Valero. A reminder that Elche have never won away at Barcelona.
Fidel was the second recipient there of a forearm smash from Franck Kessié.
Well, it will be further reason for discontent for Francisco. Here is Kessié, first start in La Liga today, has started one Champions League match and opened the scoring in that game against Victoria Plzen. Summer signing from AC Milan, a midfielder who was reasonably prolific in Italy. Well, here is a flick from Lewandowski. Memphis is trying to take on the goalkeeper, and Edgar Badea used his feet well.
Excellent goalkeeping, wasn't it? Unorthodox, to say the least. Great link-up play with Lewandowski and Memphis. And how many times do you see a goalkeeper panic and create a foul?
Lewandowski brought it down well, managed to fire off the shot and may have won a corner. Indeed he has.
Last-ditch defending, they're digging in well, they're showing a good spirit. Elche, which wasn't the case last week. Certainly going to be a long afternoon for Francisco and his team to get anything out of this game.
Corner goes short to Dembélé, who is into the box and has pulled it narrowly wide.
It's disappointing from him, isn't it? All the good work. Elche is slow to react here. Memphis and Dembélé spot the space. Dembélé easily beats the defender, drops inside, and it should be a problem for him to, at the very least, to hit the target, or at least have the attempt blocked on its way to goal. But he drags his shot towards that near post into the side netting.
And Carlos, a few whistles there from the spectators.
Yes, the goalkeeper Edgar Badia was taking very long to take that goal kick, and the Barca crowd booing the Elche's goalkeeper.
He actually didn't take that long, did he? But it's the crowd, the home crowd's job to make sure that he doesn't take long, or at least bring it to the referee's attention. There is going to be every possibility that Elche are going to try and do everything they can to run the clock down, even at this early stage of the game.
Araujo was smart there. It just looked for a moment as if Barcelona could be in some trouble after the backward pass. They have it now with De Jong, who tries to split open the defence. Wasn't too far away from achieving that. Boye, the target. Here is Fidel, brought it down well.